Okay, I want to know what you've got up your sleeve.
Nothing. Really, there's nothing. I know that the organization doesn't have anything to do with this. Although I did report it to them. No, we're just going on a little retreat.
A little retreat that you set up. I'm just making sure nothing funny's going on.
Miss Suzumiya was interested because it's a deserted island that's privately owned. She said it was a closed circle or something.
Okay, what's a closed circle?
Like in Mysteries, it's a situation where all contact with the outside world has been cut off.
Like a cabin in the mountains during a blizzard, or someone who can't get back to civilization because a typhoon destroyed the bridge.
Exactly. A person or group of people get trapped because of their surroundings. In other words, they get closed in.
And how does that tie into this retreat we're taking?
We're going to a deserted island. It's the perfect closed circle setting when you think about it. All we need is a storm to whip up around us and voila, much better than a cabin in a blizzard.
You might be wondering why I'm chatting with Koizumi on the deck of a ship in the middle of the ocean. This all started as I was recovering from getting my final exams back. In other words, Black Monday. On that fateful day, the SOS Brigade had a meeting.
Good, everyone's here. Now, today's meeting is super important. If any of you happen to show up after me, I was thinking of making that person it whenever we play Kick the Can, forever.
Naturally, I had no idea we were having an important meeting today.
I've decided during the summer break the SOS Brigade's going on its very first retreat.
Going on a retreat?
Yep, retreat.
What good is that going to do any of us?
And Koizumi's already planned our destination.
Correct. It just so happens that I have a distant relative who is incredibly wealthy. He has so much money that he actually bought his very own deserted island and built a summer house on it. In fact, the construction was finished on it not too long ago.
Koizumi, get ready to hit the roof! And for your distinguished service and dedication to the brigade, I'm promoting you to the rank of Deputy Chief!
I gladly accept.
No, I'm not jealous.
We'll have a luxurious 3 nights and 4 days on a deserted island! And I'm sure we're going to find something very interesting waiting for us there. In fact, I've already figured out what my role in this adventure is.
Now then, let's think about detectives for a minute. The great detectives in mystery novels always seem to find themselves getting involved in one incomprehensible situation after another. Why do you think that is?
Because if they didn't, you wouldn't have a story.
That's right, no story. Their cases are entirely fiction. They exist only in the surreal world of the story. Although maybe it's better if we don't get too wrapped up in a metafictional conversation just yet. I mean, after all, Miss Suzumiya seems pretty gung-ho about throwing herself into a world like that.
Come to think of it, she created the SOS Brigade to do just that.
If you're in search of surreal happenings like the kind of mystery novels, you need to go someplace that has the right environment for that kind of thing. When you think about it, that's how every single one of the great detectives in fiction got involved in their cases.
Yeah, but there's no way we just stumble across a case that easy.
True, nothing ever happens in reality like it does in stories. However, the island we're heading for right now is a spot that everyone in the world would think the perfect place for a gruesome murder mystery.
Everyone in the world, huh? That's a heck of a world you got there, sport.
Look at it this way. Wherever a great detective goes, a strange case is practically guaranteed to happen. See, it's as if all great detectives have a kind of supernatural power that attracts all their cases to them.
Are you sane?
I always act with a reasonable amount of sanity. All that stuff about great detectives, closed circles, and stuff aren't my personal views on the subject. I was merely pointing out the way Miss Suzumiya was thinking. In other words, well, she wants to be one. A great detective.
This one! So close!
What's close? We're playing Old Maid.
Hurry! Next one!
Too bad.
Hey, do you want to know something? My big brother Keon tried to leave me at home.
That's because I didn't intend to bring you in the first place.
No! Well, we're all happy you're here now. Hey!
She won't be any trouble, I promise. Thanks to Miss Asahina's smile, the kid was off the hook.
How much longer till we get there?
It'll take about 6 hours by ferry. Then, an acquaintance will be waiting to pick us up when we arrive at the port. From there, we'll board a private cruiser and it'll be another hour on the water. A deserted island with a towering mansion will be waiting for us at the end of our trip. I've never actually been there, so it'll be interesting to see what the mansion looks like.
I bet it'll be a really strange building. Hey, do you know the name of the architect who built it?
Why do you care?
Never really thought to ask about that.
Yay! I'm out first! Amazing!
Come to think of it, I did hear the architect they commissioned to design it was somewhat famous.
Perfect. Somewhat famous. For starters, if the mansion is anything like what Haruhi's expecting, I'm sure it's totally weird. It'll probably look like something Antoni Gaudi built after drinking himself stupid and staying up for 3 days straight.
An island, a mansion! It's the ideal location for the SOS Brigade's summer retreat! Woohoo! I'm the third to get out! How about the loser has to buy drinks for everyone else? I'll take a can of 100% fruit juice, please.
And I want some cola!
And I'll be having the royal milk tea.
Hey, you haven't won yet, buddy.
Yep, deserted islands are all about weird happenings.
I hope nothing happens. I hope nothing happens.
I'm not too sure about that. Whether or not anything weird actually happens... I'm hoping that this trip will at least be a fun one for us all.
Hey, Mikuto, little sister, let's go up to the deck! Maybe we'll see a monster squid or something!
Sure! Squid! Squid!
If a giant squid shows up, Nagato will have to deal with it. Oh, brother.
You dork, are you sleeping? Come on, wake up! Are you just gonna sleep through our entire trip?
I just took a picture of you waking up. And I took a couple of you sleeping. You were sound asleep, weren't you?
Really? Why would Miss Asahina want to take pictures of me sleeping? Maybe she wants to put a picture of me in a cute frame, keep it next to her bed, and every night just before she drifts off to sleep,
What's with the
she...
goofy face? You might want to stop because you look like a moron. I've temporarily given Mikuto the responsibility of being the SOS Brigade's photographer. It's important to maintain a record of the Brigade's activities for future generations. But I decide what pictures to take.
Why would anybody care what I look like when I'm sleeping or when I'm waking up?
While you're sleeping, the rest of us are on an important mission, and I'm gonna use the pictures of you loafing as a warning to future generations. You got it? For a lowly member to lie around snoring while his leader is awake is against morals, orders, and the rules of the brigade. We're moving out, people! A mysterious island awaits us!
Mysterious island indeed. It's not Panorama Island or Infant Island, is it? I hope this island doesn't float away or start to swim. That'd ruin my day.
It'll be alright. It's just your typical desert island. Believe me, you can relax because there aren't any monsters or mad scientists anywhere. I promise you. In fact, I'll guarantee it.
Guarantee it all you want. I still don't trust you.
Mr. Arakawa, it's been a while since I last saw you. Miss Mori, thank you for coming to meet us. I'm sorry for troubling you both. Now, I'd like to introduce the two of you to my incomparable group of friends.
The boat we'll be taking is right over here. It should only take us about a half an hour or so to reach the Master's Island. My apologies in advance for any inconvenience.
You're kidding! I don't mind at all! The more remote it is, the better! Another half hour? Take as long as you need! A deserted island in the middle of the ocean's exactly what I'm looking for! Hey, you two should be totally excited about this! This island's got a mansion and a suspicious-looking butler and maid! What's with you guys? I bet you'd maybe find 2 islands like this in Japan tops!
There aren't even 2.
Oh, wow, that's so amazing! I'm really looking forward to this.
I wonder if Miss Asahina's trying to pick up some maidisms from Miss Mori. She's looking at her so intensely.
So does the house on the island have some kind of cool name?
I'm sorry?
The House of Black Death, Lyra Manor, Koketsu Castle? The mansion has to have a name like that, right?
No, it doesn't.
Maybe it's got a dungeon full of funky contraptions where the architect died unnaturally, or a room where if you sleep in it, you die a horrible death, right?
No, there isn't.
Way to kill the mood.
Hey! Does the master of the house wear a mask because he's horribly disfigured? Or maybe there's 3 psychotic sisters living there, or maybe everyone's disappeared!
No, not at all. At least not yet, anyway.
But there's a good chance something weird like that'll happen at some point, right?
There's always a possibility, yes.
Wow, I think I see it! Is that the mansion?
Yes, that would be it.
It looks so normal.